Hello, my lovelies. Today I have round 59 of Have I Read It? So stay tuned. Hi, hello, welcome. If you're new here, Have I Read It is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to help pick my TBR for the upcoming month. And the way this one works is, well, you get to help pick my TBR. So in this one, I react to a book haul that I've done over 3 years ago. And I tell you if I've read the book, if I haven't read the book, if I've unhauled the book. And out of all of the books that I still own that I have not read, you get to vote for which book or books you want me to read. And based on that, the number of unread and still owned books will determine how many I have to pick. So if I have 10 or less that I own and haven't read, then I have to pick the number one voted book. If I have 11 to 20, I have to pick the top 2, and so on and so on. There have been times that I've had to pick 4. That was really bad. But fingers crossed, this is not one of those times. So today I'm going to be reacting to my book haul July 2019. And fingers crossed it goes well. Last month I had one that did really, really good and one that did really, really bad. Alright, so I've got my earbuds plugged in, or not plugged in, but connected. Let's get started. Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I have another massive book haul for you, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm still really behind on all of my book hauls, and I am so working on it. I'm trying to get caught up, but life. So these are the books that I accumulated in the month of July, and I accumulated 20 books in July, other than from Book Outlet. As you know, I do all my Book Outlet hauls in a separate video because I order so much from there. But I got 20 different books from either authors sending them to me, ordering them from I think I ordered something from Book Depository, some stuff from Amazon. There are things that I got from subscription boxes. I think most of these actually came from different subscription boxes. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. So the first thing that I'm going to show you here is actually something, I think I got it in June, but I forgot to show that in my June haul. So this is something that I purchased from Book Depository, and it looked so beautiful, and I was like, oh, I really want that because I want to try out this series because I've heard so many amazing things about this series, and well, I've never read it. And Book Depository had this great deal on this beautiful box set. I didn't bother to look for like dimensions or anything like that. They're significantly smaller than I thought they were going to be. Let me just show you. So I got the A Song of Ice and Fire box set. This is the Game of Thrones series. Okay, so I read the first 2 or 3 of those. I'm just going to say 2. It doesn't really matter in this case because I unhauled all 5 of them. I unhauled the whole set. So, yeah. I was worried when I started talking about box sets and stuff. I was like, oh Lord, not again. But okay, those have all been unhauled. Next. Okay, the next book I have here is actually a graphic novel. This is one that I ordered, well, I pre-ordered from Amazon. And well, as soon as I saw that this was something that even existed, I immediately pre-ordered it because I was so excited. Because this is just like a big thing from my childhood, and I was so excited to see it, and that is Rainbow Brite. I have read Rainbow Brite. I loved it too. It was so good. Alright, next. Okay, another book that was sent to me from Amazon, and it's not one that I ordered, but it's one that they sent me through the Amazon Vine program, which is where I get to like go and choose certain items to receive for free to write a review on their website for. And so one of the things that I picked was Once Upon a King by Erin Summerall. I do believe I've unhauled Once Upon a King a long time ago, but let me double check. Yes, I did unhaul that. Actually, I believe I unhauled that whole series to Xander, and Once a King was book 3. Cool. All right. You know what? Let me pause here because my battery is about to die because I filmed other videos prior to this. Let me go ahead and change that out and then we'll continue on. Okay, sorry about that. Let me get back to the video here. All right, next up. Okay, this next book is one that another booktuber, her name's Nikki. I think her channel is Reads Past My Bedtime, I believe. I'll put her link down in the description if you want to go and check her out. But she reached out to me because she read this book and she thought I'd really like it. And she suggested to the author that he send this book to me as well. So he also reached out to me and asked if I'd like to receive his book. And it sounded really interesting. And this is like a Phantom of the Opera retelling. And so I was like, absolutely, because I love me some good retellings. And he sent it, and this is The Silhouette by William Ray Middleton Jr. I must have unhauled that because I don't recall this book at all. Hold on. Let me double check. I can't even find this book on Goodreads. I definitely don't think I still own it. So I'm going to say I haven't read it, but I've unhauled it. Oh, and I forgot to mention Once a King I did read before. Yeah, I did read it, but I unhauled it. Okay, next up, I guess. Okay, next up is a book that I got from a subscription box, but it's not really a subscription. It was like a one-time box. And this was actually a book that I got back in May, and again, I forgot to haul. And that is The Mother's Promise by Sally Hempworth. Okay, I have not read The Mother's Promise. Let me see if I still own that. I think I do. Okay, I've got to write that one down because I do still own that one. Let's see, this says, in The Mother's Promise, Sally Hempworth delivers her most powerful novel yet, the story of a single mother who is dying, the troubled teenage daughter who is battling her own demons, and the two women who come into their lives at the most critical moment. Okay. All right, let me get back to the video. Looks like we're a little more than a third of the way. Only one so far. All right, next up. Okay, these next 3 books are actually books for Xander. They came in some of his KiwiCo boxes, the Doodle Crate. So they're artsy kind of books. This first one is Modern Art Mayhem. Create your own adventure and save the gallery from disaster. I unhauled that to Xander. All right, next. Okay, so this is another one that came like that. This one is Imagine, Experiment, Create. This book thinks you're an artist. I also unhauled that to Xander. Next. And then we have the art activity book, packed with activities and art facts. Also unhauled that to Xander. Next. The next book here actually came in my Second Star Books subscription box. This is like, I think, my next to the last box that I will be getting because I wasn't as impressed with the box anymore. But this was a beautiful cover. They will redo covers for classics. Anyway, this one is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgkins Burnett. Okay, I have read and I believe still own that edition of The Secret Garden, but my SD card is now flashing that it's full, so give me a second to swap that out. Okay, we should be good now. All right, continuing on. Another book that I ended up with multiple copies of is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. I did unhaul Wicked Saints. I didn't read it though. All right, next up. Okay, these next 3 books, I believe, came from Shelf Love Reads subscription box, though unfortunately they are no longer going to be a subscription box. They have 2. They have Shelf Love Crate, which is like their sci-fi and fantasy, and then they have their Shelf Love Reads, which is more, I guess, contemporary, things like that. And I guess they've decided to end the Shelf Love Reads box, which is really disappointing because I loved that box. But the first book I have here is Fake It Till You Break It by Jen P. Wygen, I believe is how that's pronounced, but I'm not sure. I think I've unhauled Fake It Till You Break It, but let me double check. Yes, that was in that's one I recently unhauled. All right. Next up. Next up we have Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu. I don't know. Let me check. Okay, it looks like I do still own this one, but I have not read it. So let me write this one down. This follows a girl named Lucky who is a big K-pop star, and a boy named Jack who is on assignment for his tabloid job, and they run into each other and nothing will ever be the same. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I keep forgetting. If you want me to read The Mother's Promise, vote for that. If you want me to read Somewhere Only We Know, vote for that. Okay, back to the video. Next up. And the last Shelf Love Reads book is You Must Not Miss by Katrina Leno. I have not read that, but I unhauled it. That was one that Einstein ate. All right, next up. Next is a book from, I believe it was the Unplugged book box, and that is Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. I don't know. I feel like I might have read that, but I can't remember. Maybe that's one that I had put on my TBR at one point and then just didn't get around to reading. But I do still own that. So let me write that one down. It says, debut author Justin A. Reynolds delivers a hilarious and heartfelt novel about the choices we make, the people we choose, and the moments that make a life worth reliving. All right. If you want me to read that, vote Opposite of Always. Next. Okay, this next one, honestly, I can't remember which subscription box this came out of. It could have been an Unplugged one. It could have been a Totally Booked Crate one. I don't remember. But that is The Chosen by Taran Matharo. I feel like that's one that I've also recently unhauled. But let me check. No, looks like I still own that one. So let me write that down. This says, throughout history, people have vanished with no explanation. A group of teenagers are about to discover why. Cade is settling into a new boarding school, contemplating his future, when he finds himself transported to another realm. And that's all I'm going to read of that. So if you want me to read The Chosen, vote for that. Let me get back to the video. All right, next up. I think this was also an Unplugged thing. I can't recall, but I was just blown away by this book because it's so creepy looking and I love it. It is Never Contented Things by Sarah Porter. I feel like I've unhauled that one as well. Let me look. Yes, I did unhaul that one. Oh, and that was the last book. Okay. So there's only 4. Only 4 to choose from this time. So whatever book gets the most votes, that's the one I'll be reading. So we have The Mother's Promise by Sally Hempworth, Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu, Opposite of Always by Justin Reynolds, and The Chosen by Taran Matharo. So comment down below which one, or you can vote for as many books as you want. But yeah, vote for what you want me to read, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below, And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.